What up, YouTube? These are some of the challenges that you go through when living in a vehicle. Water, ice. I'm talking about people, when I say live in a vehicle, I'm not talking about these people you see on these vacation, big old vans with the kitchen, net, and all that stuff. No, I'm talking about people who had no choice but to live in a vehicle. Water, ice. That's every day. Um, Places to park. That's every day. Every day. It's brutal. Every day you have to find a place to park. You have to get water. You have to get, like, I just came from the rest stop I was at. And because I'm in the middle of the desert, which makes sense, the guy says, oh no, because they have a sink. Yeah, I drink that water. I can't afford to buy water. I can't afford that. Are you kidding me? What a joke. So I said, can I use your sink? I can't fill up my jugs. He's like, no, man, we haul water. I have to charge you for it because we haul water here. Okay, makes sense. But these are some of the challenges you go through. So I have to drive anyway. I have to go to the next truck stop anyway. So at the next rest area, boom, I get water. And then you have to ask, hey, can I rest here? Can I, is it okay for me to, overnight? Some places will allow you a 1 day, 2 days, some rarely 3. You have to communicate with them. But other than that, this idea of just getting a job and then post up somewhere, man, please, are you kidding me? I've been doing this for 5 years. I have a lot of experience living in a van, living in a vehicle in the United States of America. There's no place, none. You can even try to go into some forest. Eventually, they're going to come and find you because they want to make money. But the people who are living in their vehicles, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of them been in this situation longer than me. They know exactly. Trying to talk to other people who don't know is like, you're cooked. Come on, man. You're cooked. Don't even try. It goes in one ear, not the other. Them people are not trying to, they don't get it. They don't understand what the heck I'm talking about at all. At all. It's only for the people who've had experience or who've been through these situations, and living in your vehicle, So, yeah, the idea of just getting a job and then posting up, remember, there's a process with getting a job. There's a process. In the meantime, you still got to live. You still have to find a place to park. You still have to get water, ice. You still have to be able to be in a close place where some place have a shower. Of course, they're going to charge you for that. The thing about traveling through New Mexico, and again, some people are like, well, how do you get the money to travel? I do odd jobs when I can, if I can find one. That's not all the time. Like right now, I don't have much food. I don't have much food at all, bro. None. There's no big old stacks of food. No. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because I have to keep moving, or else the police will take your vehicle. They'll tow your vehicle, your only home that you have. So again, getting a job, yeah, but where do you park? You have to have a place to park. It's like I've found myself repeating this to people, and they don't get it. They've have been told so much that this country, come on, man, this is a place you can make money. You're free. You're this. Bro, a lot of y'all deal in credit. Y'all have credit cards. And if you don't gamble those things the right way, yes, this whole system is based. I'm going to always mention that. This whole system is based off of, it's like a monopoly. It's one big Ponzi scheme. And you need to research and do some studying to look and know, what is this guy talking about? Why am I living paycheck to paycheck? Why is things so hard for me to keep the lights on and pay the bills? Dude, all this like conspiracy, that was a conspiracy theory. Y'all don't even, conspiracy theory to you people mean fake. And it doesn't mean that. You don't even know what the word to conspire, go look up the definition. Meaning it's like one or two people getting together and conspiring to plan something against somebody. So that's what conspiracy theory is. Just like, we're looking into it, we're studying it, we're trying to get evidence, we don't know, it's not a fact right now. So that's what you're supposed to be doing, researching, figuring it out. Because is it a fact? I don't know. Let me go see. Y'all don't do no let me go see. Y'all just have opinions. So when it comes to the homeless, when it comes to this, you just have opinions. Yeah, I do the odd jobs. I have a couple of guys who have a good heart in California that I used to, hang out, or I used to train, actually. They'll send me what they can. They have bills. Come on, they live in California. Are you kidding me? California not only doesn't have the highest rate of homelessness besides New York, but everything's just super expensive. So it's hard living, man. It's hard life. You don't have a shower every day. You don't, bro. You taking bird baths and every once in a blue moon. I mean, every once in a blue moon, a month, 2 months go by. Every 2 months, you come up on that amount of, good where you could, because these showers are $18, $17. Bro, it's brutal. There's no other word for being homeless and living in your vehicle. We already know being homeless, living on the street, that is 10 times even more brutal. But yeah, it's brutal. Living in a vehicle is brutal because you're trying to keep what the last thing that you have. And if you're due on tax, like I am, no insurance, you have to deal with all of that. Trying to skip and dodge the police. Can't sleep because you got, man, if I didn't have God on my side because of me, see, and that's another thing. I'm not just about, I have God on my side. No, there's things that God expects from me to do. I have to keep in obedience to him, his laws and his rules. His laws and his rules. I'm going to say it again, his laws and his rules. See, we just think that believing in God in this country just means I said, I believe. No action. You don't care for your neighbor. You don't care. When I make a little bit of money, I have to share. I have to share. That I see the person with the sign that's in a worse position than I am in, even if it's just a little bit. That gives me blessings. God loves those who do those things. Where if your God is with you, if you love God so much, how come he's not getting you out of this situation? Bro, how come you're not helping your neighbor? How about that? Huh? How about that? How about you see the next homeless person you see, how come you can't give them a few dollars? So if they're going to spend it on drugs, have you slept out in the cold? Now, a lot of you are going to say, yeah, and I was this and I was that and I was doing drugs and I was all that. Of course you were. because you're out there. Well, all I had to do is stop and then go to Jesus and everything. And a lot of you be lying, telling stories. Y'all be lying. Why? All to not care for the person that is out there going through horrible struggle. It is horrible. And then to put the icing on the cake is nobody cares. This country is going down, man. It's down. I mean, going down because it's going down because of the lead. I'm saying it's going down because of people's hearts, their attitude. God doesn't like it. This place is not blessed. You need to stop kidding yourself. Stop lying to yourselves. Y'all have a college degree in lying to yourselves, man. Well, a lot of you are about to understand what it's really like. YouTube ain't gonna save us. Doing these videos, all that stuff is not gonna save us, man. There's real struggle. Today, I have real struggle ahead of me every day. Every day. Got to deal with the weather. You got to deal, if your car does work with these gas prices, you don't want to have the air conditioner on all the time. That gas, boom. Because you gotta bounce. Remember that, right? Maybe they'll give you 2 days. You can't have your sign asking for money. Can't do that at these rest stops. They don't allow that. So you got to manage. Everything has to be like, am I at a place where I can find some little Craigslist job or how far is it? Do I have enough gas for that? Nope, can't make it. Dude, listen, I've been in some nasty positions, some rough situations. Like, I'm like, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to make it to Lord, are you with me today? Like, real conversations. I've been doing this for 8 months. I've been in this situation almost 6 years. Coming out of California, trying to make something different, trying to have a better life with the little money that I had. And I was in a car at first. I was on a little Toyota. End up in Colorado. Got a job and everything. COVID hit. That changed everything, man. That changed everything. And it changed me. Big time. I don't believe in none of this American stuff. It's all trash. America's always lied. Oh, has a PhD in telling lies, a mountain of lies. That's why it's so easy for me to throw anything away Uncle Sam says. Anything, and I mean anything. I throw it out the window. I have to do my own research to find out what is really real. And I need to get other people's opinion from other countries. Not what Uncle Sam said about, because they'll have data and statistics on another country, but it's coming from America's data. It's coming from America's opinion or whatever they say it is. I'm not believing that. Are you kidding me? Go somewhere with that trash. I'm not believing nothing America says. Absolutely anything. For you to treat human beings the way how you do, I'm not listening to you. Why? What? Excuse me? I'm not an idiot. I'm not stupid. So, yeah, it's hard, man. It is. And obviously I don't have family like that. Black folks, our family's been broke up. We've been split up. Whatever the government did, it worked. I'm not saying whatever the government did. I know what they did, and it worked. Family members dead, gone, ain't split up for years. They struggling, going through this and that. So it's like, no, man, it's not. I don't have that luxury, and a lot of people in my position don't have that luxury. There's been people that's been homeless for years, man, for a long time. And they're like, well, some people prefer that way. Yeah, because they're not trying to get on this hamster wheel. They're not trying to do that, bro. Are you kidding me? They'd rather have their little tent and stuff. They're just like, damn, can I just be here? Just don't bother me, you know? And the goal for the government is to kill off all who is poor. Put them in the desert, no water, who cares? Kill them all off. Bro, if you don't care about people, you haven't been practicing that and actually showing it, you're cooked. You're cooked. You think I'm struggling right now. Huh? And the thing is that you haven't practiced any of this. So you're really cooked. You haven't practiced living in a vehicle, being homeless, the struggle. You have no idea. You have nothing. You don't even know what to expect, man. Brutality. That's what to expect. So you better be kind to people. I'm telling you, brutal. It's brutal. You got to deal with the weather, right? You gotta deal with the cold. You don't want to run your heat too much because boom, there it is, gas again. You got to remember, you got to travel to your next stop. You got to travel to your next place. And believe me, some of y'all out there, I've seen a car that's been sitting over and so for a minute. They've been over there. Believe me, their time is counting down. Someone will eventually call the police. Tell them like, hey, we don't want you here. Eventually, okay, so the hardship it's real. And a lot of you are going to experience it because you're arrogant, cocky, had no business. You're making $15-16 an hour, bro. All his videos does is he just complains and just rant and rave. Well, then turn the channel. I don't care about what you have to say at all. I don't believe in any of this. It's stupid. The way how America's ran and built, it's all dumb, dude. It's not real life. It's not real life. Real life is about community, coming together, believing in God, following his laws. My goodness, dude, you gotta scream that in America's ear. I believe in God. Are you following his laws? Everybody believes. Nobody obeys. Come on, man. We can't be perfect. That's another stupid little line. We know we're not talking about that. God ain't talking about that. But he's talking about trying. Stop talking bad about people. Stop just walking over people who you see struggle, who ask you for help. Talking bad about them. Do the job, bum. Only for you to turn around and be going through something even worse. And that's coming. But these are some of the struggles. Car battery died? Oh, gotta have some jumper cables, blankets, removing seats. You don't need them. You don't need them. Remove the seats, man. You don't need them seats in your car. So you can be able to stretch out a little bit. Make a makeshift, bed on the floor. Get them seats out. Move all that metal with the seats. Get all that rid of it. You don't need it, bro. You're going to be post up for a while. If you don't kill yourself because you don't have no faith, you ain't struggled, you don't even know. Faith has to be practiced. It has to be practiced, man. So you better understand some basic knowledge on how to change alternators, work on your car, have tools. A bunch of crap in your house. Don't take all that stuff. You're not going to need it. You're not going to need it. The storage room, all of that. Oh, I'm paying for a storage room as I live in my... Man, please. That's all going to run out. Because eventually, your job and all that, you're going to lose that. You see these... Y'all been looking at the numbers? Have y'all been paying attention to these numbers, these job losses? Bro, cooked. People are cooked. So get rid of that storage unit and all that stuff. You might as well go there, get some stuff that you're gonna use. Other than that, you don't have a room in that your van, your car, dude. Get rid of, bro. Don't bring that stuff. Don't. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of space. And when that heat hits you, you're gonna burn up because you got all that crap in your car. Dump it out. And ladies, you living in your vehicle, this whole idea of safety, you need to throw that crap right on up out the window. You need God, which you should have been doing years ago, long time ago. Women out here have a hard time believing in God because they having too much fun. Yeah, all that's about to backfire. It's going to be like an opponent in a street fight. Pick him up and dip him right on his head. Done. It's a wrap, bro. All that is gone. So this idea of safety, only safety you have is God. Other than that, nothing. Look, we're really, this ain't a joke. We're really, and I've literally been traveling through the United States because there's no place to go. So you have to go from truck stop to truck stop and find a place. So don't be so quick to judge, man. Get a little burner, some propane. Y'all better get ready. Hopefully you get you a Toyota or something, something that's going to last a long time. Something that every time you start that baby up, boom. Like I said, learn little mechanic stuff. Learn how to change the oil, spark plugs, basic things. You're going to need that. You don't live on land. That's a whole nother survival method. This stuff is not a game. Not a game. And the people who judge, you're about to be in this situation too. So you might want to stop with the judging. Throw that right on out the window. You don't know what you're talking about. Go do some research. All of the most not having any research but having opinions people in the world. And swear up and down your opinion is right because somebody else so-and-so told you. Ain't done no research. Ain't asked nobody, talked to nobody, ask them questions, get different opinions, none of that. Find out what the data, the facts, the statistics are. You haven't done any of that. But you know what you're talking about. Bunch of baloney. A food that I don't eat because I don't know what's in it. What else you're gonna need? You're gonna need good people. You gotta be a good person. You're gonna need good people, man. Loving people. Yep. What else? Faith in God. Following his laws. Not America's. So, I'll be on here doing saying more things a lot of you don't like. Don't care. I don't give a hoot. You kidding me? All right, stay up.